we're talking to quite a few CEOs here, so and this is more aimed at younger viewers who might see this and ask, okay, you have this collection of 2,800 individuals who've really done well, right, for themselves in life. They've had an impact in their societies. They've built really interesting businesses. I mean, building a sports league from scratch is no joke. What would be the 5 things you tell some young person, maybe in university, maybe in high school today, who's asking, how do I get to where you are today? If you had to sum it up in 5 specific milestones, what would those be?
Look, honestly, it's no different than what most successful people have in common. I mean, what you need to do is, first of all, be lucky enough to discover your passion. It's a passion or purpose. What is important to you? What is it? For me, it was always about how can I be useful to, when I say my community, it's a community at large, right? Deeply rooted in Africa, and always motivated to find ways to really, not to prove anything to anybody, but to build value, to be a factor, when it comes to, what matters to us. How do we put ourselves in a position where we have our destiny in our hands? That means you gotta work to seek knowledge, and by knowledge is expertise, right? What is it that you are good at? How do you work to be really, really good at that? And how do you put that to use to benefit, to do for yourself, but at the same time
to leave the world a better place than you found it.
Exactly, impact your community. So I think for me it's about, yes, the self-discovery, and then obviously, the commitment. You will have to want to be, successful in whatever you do, to have ambitions, because it's not a negative world, right? You gotta be incredibly driven, but driven to do what, right? When you identify that what, and then obviously for me, being altruist, because it's not about us. It's not just about me, ever, right? There's nothing that I do that I'm impressed with just as an individual, right? So, if you work hard, if you have goals and have strong ambitions and the ethics, right, to really want to make sure you do the right thing, all around you, and have an interest in seeing your larger community grow, then you will grow even better, So, and I think this is how Africa is gonna, achieve the goals that we all want to see, and it's us, it's Africans taking matters in their own hands. And for me, when I discover the transformative power of basketball and sport at large, for me, this is where I decided to put all my energy, because you use the game as a tool, as a conduit to education, to self-reliance. I just think that in Africa, this is an area where, because we have the talent, if we manage to build the talent, control the talent, and when I say control it, by creating an environment where this talent doesn't feel like they have to go somewhere else to maximize their potential. Exactly, the talent can thrive. Then I think you can impact a lot of things. Just since we launched, I could see the number of young people now who are getting into jobs that they may have never thought about. I remember the first time we played in Senegal in the parking lot, there was a young man who came at the end of the competition, saying thank you, because he studied from the university, Shante Job, he studied logistics, but this was the first time he had an opportunity to actually work in his field. So our schools are very good at teaching all the theories, but if we don't have the platform, and I see the Basketball Africa League as a platform for talent, not only basketball talent on the court, exactly, people getting into content creation, broadcast operations, marketeers, game operations, and things that people didn't even realize exist. Now today, and that's one of the things that I really enjoy the most, to see young people that I don't know just run into you and, talking about how excited they are about the opportunities they see.
Hopefully there'll be tens, thousands, maybe even millions more by the
There
time
will
we have
be.
this conversation in 2030.
There will be, because we are committed,
Perfect. We'll leave it there for the time being. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yep.